Hello friends, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you so much for joining me. This is Sheree and my channel is Turquoise Dreaming, and I'm here today for hashtag Stencil with us. So this is a collab that is being hosted by Susan Hiles Art and myself, and it's an open collab, so if you'd like to participate, the instructions will be below this video and all the information. Just hit that. If you're new to YouTube, just click the show more and everything will open up under my video, okay? But yeah, it's all there. Today is stencil with paint, paste, gesso on a tag. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm doing and tell you about why I'm doing what I'm doing. But the instructions are just if you want to post a video or Instagram, post it today, let us know, and Susan and I will add you to our list. Make sure you're subscribed to both of our channels. Let's see. And use the hashtag stencil with us. It's right there. And like I said, all the instructions will be below this video. So let me show you what I'm doing. I'm not a multimedia artist or a painter, that type of artist, but I do like to I have jelly painted before, jelly printed or whatever, and I have made painty papers before, which I really liked. So today, as I thought about this prompt for this, and this is not a hard and fast rules or anything. You can put your own spin on our prompts, you know what I mean? So, just do what you think you would like to do. And that's what I'm doing actually too. I just am doing what I can do and using what I have, you know what I mean? I don't have a heat gun. I don't have a bunch of specialty products. I just have some little acrylic paints. That's what I'm using. I had some paints from a jelly print kit that was actually a gift from Maria for my birthday one year. So I have some of those, and that's what I'm using. And my backgrounds here are file folder. I just cut the file folder up. In fact, you can see the little label right there, Office Depot. I plan on doing something with that. We'll see. But this is one I painted red, and this is one I painted with blue and red, so it's turned out purple, of course. But I liked when I was painting it, I noticed the brush strokes, and I just used a foam brush. That's what I have. I don't have any fancy paint brushes. So, I painted this piece and I already cut it up. It's a file folder. I'm going to cut this one up. And you say, well, what about the stencil, Sheree? Well, here's one that I stenciled already. I'm going to cut this up too. I kind of thought, I had kind of like masterboard type of thing in mind. And like, I'll do a painting like I do a master board, like when you glue your pieces of paper all over and then you cut it up and see what it looks like. So that's what I did with this. This was I did one stencil down here pretty much. It's a brick stencil. I already took it in the other room and washed it off, and then I did it down here too, a brick, and what was the other stencil? I can't think of it right now, but it was two stencils, and I didn't even I had two different colors, yellow and pink. You can see the pink under here. So anyway, I'm going to cut both of these up. And I also have some pieces of file folder that I cut where I cut out my own tags. Here, I have 4 of those. I just have all kinds of plans here. So let's, I'll show you how I cut this, the other file folder up. So, I'm kind of anxious to cut this one up though. Let's cut this one up first. Okay, so I'm going to cut this up. But I have plans for that one too. I just kind of want to see how this ends up, you know what I mean? Because I plan on, like, these are going to be backgrounds, is what I'm thinking. So you can see how they're turning out. Let's see. So I'm going to turn this one this way, cut it in half this way. Let's see, a little bit more over. There we go. Okay. So this is what we have so far. And let's just cut our little corners. And so, yeah, I can add images to this, die cuts, stamping, whatever. But this is already paint, you know, stenciled on. And you could say it's messy painting if you want. I don't know. But I like it. I like painty, like I said, painty papers. So I think these are, you know, you can put some words on here. And I might end up, I'm thinking I'm probably going to end up just kind of making bases today. And then maybe we can decorate these on my, next Tag Tuesday. You know, that's my open collab where I make tags every Tuesday. If you're involved, you know about it. And if you're not involved, it's open to everyone. So isn't that cool? I really like it. So they're all different, all of these from the brick stencil. Oh, I didn't cut this one. Let's cut this one real quick. And you know, I'll make if I make a hole in the top, I'll make that at the end. I just don't want to make it prematurely and decide I don't want a hole there, right? Maybe I want to do something else at the top. So if I, you know, when I make this into a, you know, decorate and everything, I'll add the hole. But this is all nice and dry. It didn't take long to dry. So those are those four with the brick and whatever other stencil I used on there. So let's cut this red one up and see what we can do. I have a stencil here, and I'm going to stencil on here too. So let's cut this up real quick. Let's see, I think I'm going to maybe cut this bottom part off so these aren't so long, you know. If I just cut it like that, it'll be more like a bookmark, and I really want it to be like a tag. So let's put this over here. I'll do something with that later. Let's just cut a couple of these because I know how time flies when we're having fun. And I want to actually do some, you know, stenciling on video here and show you what I'm thinking. So here's the two red and here's some purples. And so what I thought was I did the dark background because I thought I have some lighter colors here. I have this kind of, what is this called? It looks orange. So yeah, it's called Outrageous Orange. And I have some yellow and the pink. So those are lighter colors. So I thought, well, I'll do the dark background and then I'll do a lighter stencil over top. So I have a little paper plate here. I'm going to use, I kind of like to use paper plates. I'll use like a glass or something like that that I can wash off to put paint on, or even like a paper plate, and then I can just throw it away when I'm done, right? So let me shake this up a little bit because I haven't used this one. Have I used this one tonight? I don't think I have. Okay, let's see what this looks like on. I figured orange would stand out on red or purple. Let me see what it looks like when I'm just going to squirt a little bit out here. Okay, here's what it looks like. And let's do a little yellow in case we want to mix up some colors. So you can use whatever paintbrushes, little makeup sponges. I'm using this like I showed you, and if I feel like I need something else, I might have to pause and get it. So, and here's the stencil I thought I would use on top of this. So let's send, this is wallpaper here that I have kind of protecting my surface of my table here. So I'm going to put this like this and see what we can do. So I'm going to try the orange first. I'm going to just dip this in the orange and see what we can do with this. I'm just going to hold it down with my hand, go over this kind of lightly if I can, because I want it to stand out, but I don't want like a ton of paint on there, if you know what I mean. So, but I want the stencil shape that I have down in here. I thought this would be a pretty shape. And I'm just going for it. You know, I'm not trying to really pick out any certain colors because, you know, if I was trying to pick out colors, I probably wouldn't pick orange and red. I just picked a dark color with a maybe lighter color over it. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that, and then I'm going to pick this up and see what it looks like. Let's hope for the best. Okay, that is pretty. Very pretty. Okay, so I'm going to put this over to the side so this can dry. Let me show you. All right, so later on I'll cut my tag shape, and you know, we can put some words on here on Tag Tuesday. Like, I'm definitely gonna have to let this dry tonight. I don't want to mess it up, but it came out really nice, I think, with the sponge brush. Okay, so there we go. That's one. So the other one, here's another one. I don't want to really get paint all over the back here of these. I kind of want these to be tags, and there'll be writing space on the back, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of like drying off my wallpaper there. Okay, so this one, another thing I had in mind for this stencil, let's see, this is the part where I painted on. I thought maybe coming off the side, like the other one I centered. So this one I thought, let's just put half of it on here. So I'm gonna go like this and do the same thing, except for, I don't think I'm gonna wash off this brush, but I'm gonna dab it in a little pink, a little yellow here, and see how that comes out on the red. I mean, I know yellow really stands out on red, so that is the idea for it to stand out though. So let's see how this looks. And like I said, I have a little bit of that orange mixed in there, so we'll see if we can see that at all here. And it was only mixed on because it was whatever residue is left on my brush, on my, you know, brush here. I didn't mix it up just now, but it's whatever was left on here. So let's see how this comes out. I like brush strokes too, so we'll see. Like I said, I think I said that already. Okay, all right, we're gonna lift it up. It's very light, but it is there. I can see it. There we go. So that's the half of the stencil. I think that's neat too. So yeah, just, I would say, you know, I hope this is encouraging if you were kind of like on the fence of whether you want to participate. I hope this will be encouraging to you. You don't have to do anything fancy. This is not fancy. This is just something I'm experimenting with, right? So yeah, I like that a lot. So I'd like to do the same thing with a couple of these purples. So let's just not waste our paint and do the same thing. I really like that side, that one, the half one. So let's do this one over on this half of the purple. And I bet yellow and purple would look really pretty. Maybe we'll move it over a little bit more. I wonder how that would look. Well, we're gonna try it. Okay, so, and maybe we'll do the orange on another purple one. And so let's see how this goes. Okay, this should stand out really nicely. Maybe we'll mix this one up a little bit more too. How about that? I think that would be fun. Maybe we'll do this one solid and mix up the next one. How about that? Because I really want to see, I want to see how this yellow looks on the purple. Okay, let's see, a little bit right up there. Got a little point there. I think I got everything. A bit over here. Okay, I think I got all the spaces. There we go. That's pretty too. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Okay, let's, I'm running out of room here for spaces, things to dry. Let me move this over and put this up here. You probably can't see up here, but that's okay. All right, so let's see, do we have paint here? No, it's pretty dry. Okay, so let's see, that one was a little more than half. And then we had, I like the more than half actually. It covers up, you know, it's just kind of like different looking, not the middle, not the half, not, you know, a little bit more than half. So I'm gonna do that again. I like that. Let's put it toward the bottom this time, like down here. A little bit more than half is what I'm talking about. So, and then I need a little bit more yellow so we can mix it up. Actually, I think I'll just put a little squirt of yellow in the middle of my orange here, a little drip. And then I don't want to waste my paint because, you know, why waste it? Okay, that, let's see. See, I have yellow and orange there. And this is, yeah, it's still separated a little bit. And that's what I didn't want to really totally mix it up. So we'll see how this comes out. So yeah, if you were on the fence about participating, I hope this will encourage you to just use what you have. Like you can see, I'm not doing anything super fancy multimedia here. Just kind of having fun with what I have in my stash. Okay, so looks like the colors got pretty mixed up here. So I'm going to say it's going to be a solid color unless I put some more color on here. So let's see. It looks like it's mostly yellow. Let's put a little bit of orange. Where's my orange? See, it looks like it turned out mostly yellow from what I can see. I'm going to put a little drip of orange on this paper plate because I think I used most of it up. And just get a little bit of orange on my paintbrush here and just go over this a little bit and see what happens. All right, let's see what happened. Let me see. I don't want these lines. There's some lines here. I don't want lines. I'd rather have brush marks. So, okay, I think I smoothed out all the lines pretty much. All right, yeah, it gave it some shading, really. Let me hold it up so you can see it. I kind of like how it's kind of almost making an outline around the shapes. Can you see how it's like got an outline here, a little bit darker on a lot of the shapes? And then this was, you know, where I added the orange, it kind of added like a shading. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay. Who knew? Who knew? So this was really a fun challenge because I've never done this exact thing before. So, and this was Susan's idea. I think most of these prompts, or all of these prompts, are Susan's idea. She's a really awesome. And make sure you check out all the other participants and Susan's videos because I know Susan and a lot of the ladies are very artistic multimedia artists, so they will have some really fancy and stuff for you, I'm sure. Let me grab one thing. I wanted to show you this. I was letting it dry over there for a few more minutes while I started the video, but this is another one I painted with the brick, and the other one, the other stencil I used. You know what it was? It was a crackle finish. That's what it was. It looks like a crackle finish. So you can kind of see it on here. All these little lines are the crackle finish stencil. And then I put the brick over it. So the pink, it was pink crackle finish. And then yellow brick lines. And I just did it over each other. So that's a stencil. And maybe if I move it around, you can see the brick pieces on top of the crackle. And then I wanted to cut this up to see what it looks like. So let's do that. Let's cut this up as tags. Let's see, how can I do this in the most I usually try to figure out how to cut things up without wasting paper, you know, and making scraps. So I'm going to cut it right down the middle. I think that would be the best way to not make scraps. I'm going to cut this piece. This is pretty much 8.5 by 11. This is another file folder. I did all my painting on file folder. It did make for a nice, you know, strong piece to paint on instead of just paper. So that is one thing good about it. Okay, so there's a piece. Let's cut this one this way. And this one was, I think I had the most paint on this one, so it took a few minutes to dry. But these are going to be fun to decorate. And there's one. And I got quite a few tags out of one file folder. You know, I use the front and the back. There we go. Isn't that fun? So let's just cut. I just want to cut a couple of these into an actual tag shape, you know, with the little angles here, and see what they look like. See how it just, something happens when you cut the little angles and it just magically looks, even prettier. Oh, I really like that. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I will have to not be a chicken anymore and do more painting on or like this, because I really you know, they're so different, right? So yeah, this was fun. Thank you to Susan for this idea, because I would have never suggested it. I just, you know, kind of shy away from the paint, but isn't that pretty? I'm really surprised at myself that I could do something like this. So yeah, if you're on the fence, like I said, give it a try, and you might be surprised, like me, at what you can do. You know, you never know until you try. So isn't that the coolest, though? I love it. I hope you're loving it as much as I do. Which way should we do this one? I kind of want to leave the paint and cut off. If I'm going to cut off anything, I'll cut off this little part down here where it doesn't have much paint on it. Maybe. Of course, I could always add something to it, but yeah, so cool. I love it. I don't know if I should try to decorate one now or not. I guess I'm kind of running out of time. But yeah, I did quite a few. I did all of these with the one piece. Let me get my trash out of the way here. And let's see, here's some of the red that I didn't cut up. I didn't end up using these. Well, that's what I can do. I'll show you this real quick. I was just going to do a little bit of a stencil on just a plain one without any background paint, to see what that comes out like. So let's do that. Yeah, I did want to try that too. Let's do that real quick. I forgot about that. Okay, so here's just a plain tag and my little stencil that I was just using. Let's see, I had it this way. Let's turn it the other way around. Let's see what it looks like. And I'll put this one right in the middle. Shall we get a different color paint? Let's get a blue. This is a bluish purplish. I think it's more blue. It looks bluish purple right now, but I think when it comes out, it looks more blue. It's called, what does it have a name? Cosmic Blue. Cosmic Blue. So, and I even could mix it with the orange, couldn't I? Let's try it though. Yeah, a little bit, so I don't waste it. Okay, I got a little bit on there. You notice I didn't wash my brush or anything. I'm using the same one. So let's see how this comes out. Just on file folder. I don't have gesso, so, you know, not using gesso. I didn't go out and buy any. This is mixing with the other paint a little bit, so it's turning the color kind of brown. So we're going to see how this comes out, though. Okay. All right, I'm ready to pick it up. Yeah, cool. I like it. I would like to see the color though without all the, you know, it looks kind of gold and brown, and there's some shading in there, so that's cool. So we'll let that dry. And let's see, one more plain one maybe. You know, a blank one. Maybe we'll do a half-C one here. Let's see, trying to see if I have any wet paint here. It's all pretty much dry. I think I'll continue to use this for my painty background, and then when it gets all painted up, I'll cut this wallpaper up and make some tags out of that. So yeah, I'll show you something that I did a little gel painting on. Just a second. I got it right behind me for some reason, but this was a piece of paper that I did some gel painting on. You see all the different colors. And then I cut it up and made it into an envelope. It's not glued together. Here's the inside. So I made it into an envelope shape. And I added a little word here. It says together. And this is a wallpaper flower and a rubber stamp right here. That is a butterfly right there. So as you can see the honeycomb. I used a little bit of honeycomb with that gel printing that day. That's what the honeycomb stencil. That's what these shapes are. So that was fun. That was a gel stenciling day, gel print stenciling. Okay, so I've got some orange here. left. So let's just use up this paint, and maybe I'll do one at a time and see what happens with the paint. Maybe I'll dab it instead of brushing it. You know, I mean, that's how you stencil a lot of times, with just dabbing. Like if you use a sponge or something. I have done that type of stenciling. That's how I first learned to stencil many years ago, just by dabbing with the you know, a brush. That actual kind of stencil brush is still turning brown. Okay. All right, so let's see, we've got the brown. Let me add some more orange because it's so brown again, or not, it's kind of golden brown, but still. Let me grab, let's see, let me grab another something to, I would almost use my fingers, but I've got another brush here, I'm sure. Just a second. Yeah, here's a little brush I can grab, a little clean one. This might have come with my gel printing, I'm not sure. It's just a little tiny one. So yeah, I got a little clean one here. Let me try this. Putting a little orange on here, and I'm just going to add this to what I've already got down here, and dab it a little bit so that I have some color on top of this golden brown color. I hear firecrackers outside. I don't know what's going on. Sounds like firecrackers to me anyway. Hopefully that's what it is. I live in the country, so you never know. Okay. Yeah, cool. Wow, I like it. I like the orange on top of like the golden greenish brown there. So like khaki colored. Another successful experiment, I would say. So yeah, that one definitely needs to dry. It's a little thicker paint, but really, really interesting. Okay, I think that's about all the time I have today. I hope you enjoyed all my different little, you know, experiments here. I don't know if I can show them all to you again, but we just did these two. We did this one, pretty much dry now. We did this one. We did this one. That's really pretty. It's drying. I like it. I think they're all great. I mean, I could use them just like this as far as, but cut them into tag shapes and add little ribbons on the top or something, or, you know, baker's twine or something. But I think I'm really going to use them for bases and really actually add things to these. So we did all of those. We did a bunch, didn't we? All of these. All of these. I did do the painting before the video just because I needed to let it dry. So, and these I just showed you. So quite a few here. So that was fun. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, make sure you check out all the other participants, and they'll all be listed in my description box. And let us know if you decide to participate, and we'll add you to our list. Thanks for watching today, everybody. Have an awesome day. Happy crafting, and I'll see you in my next video. Stay tuned for my Tag Tuesday next week, and we'll decorate these. See you later. Bye-bye.